morning, good morning, good morning. It is Sunday morning and it is August 27th. And this is show number 252. 252. This is episode 252. And listen, I must apologize to everyone who was in here before when we talked about student loans. I underestimated the interest in this subject. In fact, people have been calling and said, you know what, Don, based on the information you told me, I qualify for a zero payment on my student loan under the new program. Oh my goodness. Listen, under this program we're going to be talking about today, you need to understand. Well, listen, I'm going to offer it to you. I'm going to offer to the information on the history of the student loan program. We're also going to talk about the new S.A.V.E program. But here's the thing, and I think it's brilliant. And it's a negotiating tactic you all need. I think we all need to learn. Here it is. When President Biden was talking about the student loan program that you can get that one shot of forgiveness, and Congress swooped in and said, no, you can't do that. This S.A.V.E program was announced at the same time, but it was a repayment program. And it kind of slid in under the radar and nobody really noticed it because we were talking about a blanket forgiveness program. And then there was a lot of hoopla about it. And some people were for it and other people were against it. But then Congress came in and shut it down. Boom. Listen, how many people did that upset? All right. How many people did that upset? If you have a student loan today, come to the stage. Let's talk about it. If that upset you, that this first program, even after you went and applied for it and it got shut down, did that upset you? Come to the stage. If you are in Clubhouse right now, raise your hand. Let's talk about it. Okay. Let me see here. And if you are online watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, I need you to talk about it as well. But listen, it's a lot easier for me if you're watching us on YouTube. Switch over to YouTube and then join our, subscribe. And you know what they say, subscribe, then you kind of like the videos, and then you comment on the videos. All right. But today we're going to be talking about student loans today. All right. So Steve, I'm going to give you a moderator badge just because I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff today. And because I'm talking about a lot of stuff, I tend to start pushing buttons. Okay. And the reason why I start pushing buttons is I may even knock my own self out of my own program. So if I eliminate myself, at least you'll still be here to let me back in to my own show. Okay. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Steve, how are you doing this morning, sir?
Yeah, I'm great. Yourself?
I'm doing well, my brother. I'm doing well. I want to thank you for being here. I see Miss Brenda's here as well. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Even if you don't have much to say today, and you don't have to, but I would appreciate if you had questions or even comments. Maybe you've already applied for the S.A.V.E program. We'd like to hear it from your perspective as well. Come to the stage, just sit on the stage, because when you do, you bring more people into the room just by you being on the stage. Miss Rose, thank you so much. All right. Thank you for that. Come on up, everybody. And listen, I don't care if everybody's up here. We'll bring everybody up. Okay. So Miss Rose has 1,800 followers, and they were all just notified that she is on this stage. Miss Rose, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning. Happy Sunday to you.
Oh my goodness. What brings you up this morning?
The title itself, actually, because yesterday I was checking my email, my business email, and I did apply for the original. By the way, thank you for before I answer the question, thank you for your program. You always bring some great topics on Clubhouse anyway. But like I said earlier, it was the title itself. I checked my business email yesterday, and I did apply for the original forgiveness program. And as you already mentioned, it was tanked, by Congress and everything, and the Supreme Court. So it was it's a concerted effort. I was personally disappointed, because I was looking forward to getting whatever they had in mind, whatever was stipulated in it. But I'm a woman of prayer, so I'm always praying. So I try not to say too much, when negative things happen. And then I saw the email yesterday, so I intend to apply and see what you will say. But based on the information you provided to us, it sounds really promising. Because I have a child with special needs, so I'm gonna see where I can qualify. So, but my main reason for, again, coming to your stage is the title, and you can tell me more than I need to know. So I look forward to hearing what you have to say, and thank you again for inviting me and allowing me to share. Thank you.
Rose, thank you so much for coming to the stage. Anybody else who has a story about students? Nabia, why are you down there not raising your hand and make me look for you? You need a spanking right now for doing that. And get yourself up here. Staying down in the audience. What's that all about? Good morning to you, Miss Nabia. Good morning to you.
Yes, I'm here, sir. I don't want a spanking. I'm only in the audience because I am in listening mode. As soon as I came in, though, I did hit save the replay, so I saved it. And thank you for modding me up. But I'm actually on my way to a meeting, so I probably won't be able to get all the goods. I have to come back and get it later. But and be down if I don't introduce myself. I am a realtor here in South Florida and the investor. My company is called Mishcon Solutions, and it is a resource center for all things real estate. And so, if you have questions, you have some knowledge, and I might want to interview you if you act right. So, Don has been on there, and he's been a bowl of information. And if I were you, I would listen closely. And so, with that, I am going to have to yield my mic. It's a little noisy out here in these streets. And hey, Steve, how are you, sir? And thank you guys for coming up to the stage. Please come up to the stage and just help us out. If you have a comment or a question, great. But one thing I can say about coming to the top of the stage, the sound is better. It sounds way better up here on top. So with that, I'm going to yield my mic and follow the pill method if you're not already doing so. My name is Nabia, and I really imagine this plane. Shalom, everyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right into this thing. And if you have a student loan story, whether it's on the old program, under the new program, or maybe one of the other 6 repayment programs that are out there, please come up to the stage. All right, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to say anything. You can just come up and just sit on the stage. You don't have to say a word, but we do have some new people in here with red tickets. That means they're not a member of the mortgage syndicate. So the mortgage syndicate is mainly open between Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. with a lot of good information. All right, about all things real estate, mortgages, real estate, everything real estate. Okay, you want to be here for those. And that on Sundays, the P.I.L.L method and the mortgage syndicate combine efforts to get more information out to more people. So we're here for 2 hours on basically on Sundays. So here's the thing. Here's where we're going to start. All right. I'm going to put a podcast link. All right. Open the link. All right. Copy the link. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay. We're putting this in the chat. Okay. This is, that's not the one. All right. That is not the link. That is to something else. All right. That is, let me see here. Copy and paste. Let me see if I can paste it in there. So, no, it's not working. It won't work for me today. Why is it not working for me today? All right. Let me see here. We're going to go here through line. It is a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It tells a story about student loans. All right, a podcast. It tells stories, tells you a story about the student loans, and it is a great show. You want to get the history on this thing. All right, all right. Let me see. Copy link. Let me see if it'll paste now. Still won't paste. I am having trouble. All right, it won't paste for me. So let me see if I can put it at the top of the page. All right, take my link down and see, because I want you guys to have this information. So let me see if I can paste it up here. Okay. All right, and let me see there. Boom, take that out. Copy the link and paste it here. What is going on? Why can't I do this? Let me do it like this. There we go. Now copy. Let me try it like this. Command, copy, and paste. Still not. I can't get it, folks. But go to Throughline. Go. It's an NPR show. Go to Throughline and look for. It is called Student Loans: The Fund Eating Dragon. Student Loans: The Fund Eating Dragon. You want to be able to get that, okay, and listen to it. It is a great show, and it gives you a lot of good information on the history of student loans. And I'll give it to you again. All right. Let me see. I got another person who wants to come up to the stage. All right. And student loans, the fund eating dragon. Let's get that. Let me see if this worked. Good morning to everyone. Why can't I paste what I need to paste in here? I'm trying to copy it, but it's not picking up. All right. Let me see here. All right. Anyway, the second show is on Planet Money. Okay. The second show is on Planet Money. All right. That is also a podcast. All right. Planet Money. It is called The New Biden Plan That Could Still Erase Your Student Loans. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rose. Rose put it in there for me. NPR. Okay. Thank you. And so, Rose, while you're at it, because for some reason I couldn't get it, on Planet Money, which is an NPR podcast as well, the new Biden plan that could still erase your student loans. If you would put that in there for me as well, I would appreciate it so very much. All right. And let me see who else needs to come to the stage. And so we could kick this party off. And let me see here. I am. All right. So that's it. That's it for now. All right. Nobody else is raising their hand. That's good. Let's go ahead and say good morning to Yamil. Yamil, how are you doing, sir?
Doing well. Just got that link in there for you for the Planet Money episode that you had mentioned.
Thank you.
And I'm currently working on a few things here at home, so I might not be able to chime in as often as I frequently do, but I am paying attention.
We appreciate you. Alyssa, how are you doing this morning? And you don't have to say anything if you're busy. But just flash your mic. Let us know that you're there. Okay. And chime in whenever you need to. So, folks, here we go. Here is now I'm going to go over piece by piece, please. And if you guys hit me up on the back channel for anything, I may not see it. So you want to either come on stage and talk or put it in the chat. I'll see it easier than if you try to put it in the back channel, because I don't always see that. Did somebody come off mic? Somebody open their mic?
Okay. Yes, it was me. I was just letting you guys know I'm here. I'm just grocery shopping.
right now.
Oh, look at you listening to the show while you're out shopping, multitasking, the very thing I can't do. Good morning to you, and thank you for being here. We appreciate you so very much. And folks, just by her being here, her followers now have been notified that she's here looking at this. Now, if you want to see what I'm getting ready to show, go to YouTube, search for Pill Method, and click on the live. Go to YouTube, search for Pill Method, and click on the live. And if somebody has if you have a secondary phone, if you have a tablet or a laptop, in addition to listening to us on Clubhouse, you'll be able to see what we're talking about as well. And so now I am going to, let me see here. Let me see if I can copy the links that I had, copy the link and put this in our comment section online. There we go. So that is for Throughline, ladies and gentlemen. That is for Throughline. And we're going to copy and paste here. All right. That is for Apple Podcasts. And let me see here. Let me see if if my, let me see here. I got to check on something right quick. Okay. Offices. Okay. There we go. All right. I just want to make sure my settings were okay. All right. So we've got that part done. All right. And we're going to, there we go. My copy and paste is now working. All right, so I just put something in the chat as well. All right, so now, if somebody will go to YouTube and capture that link for me and put it in the chat as well, that would be great. So we're starting out with from the White House. We're starting out from the White House. All right, and we're going to copy that and paste that as well. And there we go. This is a fact sheet from the White House. And we're going to show that right now. All right. This is where we're going to go. We're going to start with a fact sheet from the White House. And under under the old program that President Biden tried to offer to the American people, Congress shut it down because they said he did not have authority to do it. This is a repayment program. And ever since the Clinton administration, now listen to this, folks. Ever since the Clinton administration, the president, through the Department of Education, can write rules about income-driven repayment programs by law with no restrictions. Are you hearing me, everybody? They can write new plans about repayment, all right, about repayment with no restrictions by law. It has already been approved by Congress. It's already in law. So I don't see how this is going to get interrupted at all. And wait a second now. Wait a second. Don, we missed out on a lot of money being forgiven. Under this new plan, a lot more money will be forgiven. Oh my goodness. So I just want to go over some of the highlights here. Okay. The bullet points, some of the bullet points. The Secretary of Education initiated a rulemaking process. This is key. Did you hear me? They didn't write a new law. They initiated a rulemaking process. They can do that by law, aimed at opening an alternative path to debt relief for as many working middle class borrowers as possible using the Secretary's authority under the Higher Education Act. It is by law. Now, here's what I was saying before. Now, this is why I think it's so brilliant. When you're trying to negotiate and get something, you ask for a lot. You ask for a lot. I mean, you ask for the moon. And then you have a secondary ask that doesn't seem like so much. But if you ask for the moon and they say no, chances are they're going to leave your secondary ask alone. And this secondary ask was even bigger than the first ask, but folks don't realize it. Oh my gosh. It was, listen, if it wasn't intentional, it should have been intentional. Okay. So watch this. Okay. The Secretary of Education initiated a rulemaking process aimed at opening an alternative path to debt relief for as many working and middle class borrowers as possible. Next bullet point: the Department of Education finalized the most affordable repayment plan ever created. And listen, folks, there are a lot of people that are saying just that. This is the most affordable plan ever created. And we're going to be posting the links to the S.A.V.E program as well. Okay. Many borrowers will not have to make monthly payments under this plan. What? Somebody called me the other day and said, based on the information you gave us, Don, we qualify for $0 payment, a $0 payment. Now, keep that in mind, because $0 payments before hurt us because of unpaid interest. Okay? $0 payments hurt us before because of unpaid interest. And we're going to talk about what this new plan does about the interest cost on these loans. Okay? In addition, to protect the most vulnerable borrowers from the worst consequences of missed payments following the payment restart, here we go. The department is instituting a 12-month on-ramp to repayment running from October 1st, 2023. So, folks, is this time to apply? Is it now? It's running from October 1st, 2023 to September 30, 2024, so that financially vulnerable borrowers who miss monthly payments during this period are not considered delinquent, reported to credit bureaus, or placed in default, or referred to debt collection agencies. You better get on this plan. I mean, you better get on this plan. Listen, the link is in the chat. Okay. The link is in the chat. Okay. For the White House briefing. And this is good information. All right. You want to read this. This is kind of an overview, but then we're going to jump into a different document that gives us more of a breakdown of what's really happening here. Okay. Let me see here. This particular plan, anybody have anything they want to say? Jump in.
I did have a question.
Go right ahead.
Is this something that has to be applied for? Because last week I got an email that my student loan, I was having $0 payments until next April.
Yeah,
and I didn't do anything. I just got a random email.
Okay. Well, listen, if you are part of the payee program, all right, the repay program, before, you're going to be automatically put into this new S.A.V.E program. But I would check it out for sure. Please, folks, don't leave anything to chance. All right, don't leave anything to chance. It only takes a phone call to figure out if the program you're in now, you're going to be grandfathered into this new program, even if you need to be. Okay. So find out for sure is what I would say, Alyssa. All right. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
All right. But we're going to give you the link. We're going to give you the link for that. All right. To get in here. Let me see here. It fixed this program fixed the a broken student loan program such as public service loan forgiveness, so borrowers will actually get relief they deserve. All right. So some of the things that are going on here. All right. Lowering monthly payments. Lowering monthly payments is huge. Is huge. Here's some of the things that the S.A.V.E program is going to do. This income-driven repayment plan will cut borrowers' monthly payments in half. Allow many borrowers to make 0 monthly payments and save all other borrowers at least $1,000 per year. Now, we're going to break that down just a little bit more in the second document. But know this, keep this in mind. If you already have a payment, all right, whatever payment it is, it'll probably be cut in half, all right, saving at least $1,000 a year. And some of us will be able to, we will, once we apply, we will get a $0 monthly payment. How would that be? All right. So here's how they're going to do that. For undergraduate loans, cut in half the amount of borrowers have to pay each month from 10% of their discretionary income to 5% of the discretionary income. When you apply, they have some things going on so that you will be able to have an adjusted discretionary income. Discretionary income is the money that you have left over after paying all your bills. And if you can adjust that using the rules, you could just qualify for a 0 payment. Now, why would that be good? When under the old plan, if you didn't pay, the interest would start to accrue. And then any unpaid interest, does anybody know under the old plan what happened to the unpaid interest? What happened to the unpaid interest under the old plan? Does anybody know? The word is called capitalized. It became part of the principal. There are many.
So can I know mine accumulated for sure, because I was looking at what I had, the principal balance, and I like Alicia, I qualify for the 0 repayment as well. And I know over the years my repayment interest has increased for sure. So yeah, to answer your question.
Okay, so your student loans for a lot of us, just like Rose here, once you graduated, if you didn't cover all of the interest, that interest was tacked on to how much you owe. And then you started to pay interest on your interest. So many people, even though they've paid faithfully for the last 5, 10, or even 15 years, because their payment didn't cover all of the interest, that interest was tacked on to what they borrowed, and they owe more now than they did when they graduated because of capitalization. That, ladies and gentlemen, is gone. No more of that. No more taking unpaid interest and adding it to your loan. All right, that's huge. That's one of the major things. We're gonna read a little bit more about that later. But to do this, to raise the amount of income that is considered non-discretionary income and therefore protect it from repayment, because you need money to pay bills, ladies and gentlemen. This new program is going to take into account the money you need to live. Okay? You can't take money to pay student loans now, all right? Money that was earmarked for groceries, to keep the lights on, for housing. You got money for for childcare. These things are going to be protected from now on to figure out how much you need to pay. So please, you want to go ahead and apply today. Apply today. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. That no borrower earning under 225%. Oh, that's been raised. Under 225% of the federal poverty level, about the annual equivalent of a $15 minimum wage for a single borrower will have to make a monthly, will not have to make a monthly payment under this plan. Listen, we'll have to make a monthly payment under this plan if you're making over that. Okay. All right. Forgive loan balances. Here we go. Here's another good part. Listen, raise your hand, make some comments. I see fire emojis in the chat. All right. Let's see. Forgive loan balances after 10 years of payments instead of 20 years for borrowers with original loan balances of $12,000 or less. Did you hear that? If you have a loan balance of $12,000 or less on one of these federally backed loans, after 10 years, it goes away. Do you know what's great about that? Even if you qualify for zero payments, as long as you stay in the program and stay active and follow all of the rules, okay? What applies to you today may not apply to you next year, especially if you're making more money. So stay in the program and follow all of the rules. I will listen, I will say that one more time. Stay in the program and follow all of the rules. And so even if you're following all of the rules and you qualify for a zero payment, if you owe $12,000 or less, your loan is forgiven, even if you paid no money.
Hey, Don, I got a quick question.
Go right ahead.
Sorry, my ears perked up as soon as you mentioned all of this. So if, let's say my loan originated back in, I want to say 2012, does those 10 years that you mentioned, do they take, do they commence now once with this program, or are they sort of like retrofitted, so to speak, to the date that the loan originated?
Okay, there is some language on that. So with that language on there, you may want to check that out. And because I'm going to be going over some of that. But here's the thing. I may not hit all the high points because I'm learning this myself. I am not an expert on this plan. I just was introduced to it just a few days ago. I've done some reading. I've done a little bit of research, but by far I have not done all that I should have done. But I wanted to bring this out now because October is coming. So you have this. I have this link in the chat already, and we have. Let me see here. I want to make sure that the link for this government fact sheet is in our chat, in our comment section online. So let me copy that and put it in here as well, so you guys can have that. Boom. Even though you're reading it, but you want to have these links. Okay. So that is a link to this sheet that we're looking at right now. But Yamil, some of what you're talking about is true because I've read some of it. I don't know if it will apply directly to what you're talking about, but they will look back. There is a look back period where they'll look back and see if you qualified, if you would have qualified or if this plan was in force back back then, if you would have qualified for it, you'll get the benefit for it on some of the issues. On some of the issues.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood. I'm gonna. I'll go ahead and do some more research offline, and if I find anything interesting, I'll be sure to circle back with you.
Please do. Please do, folks. Listen. I'm not pretending to be an expert on this thing. So anything that you can offer to the conversation, listen, be like your meal. Go ahead and study it and bring it in. Even if we're talking about something else on another day, you found a nugget about student loan forgiveness that we want to bring up. Bring it up. All right. So here's something else. Okay. Let's see. They're going. So here's another good thing that's going to happen. Not charge borrowers with unpaid monthly interest. Here it is. Not charge borrowers with unpaid monthly interest, so that unlike other existing income-driven repayment plans, no borrower's loan balance will grow as long as they make their monthly payments. And I'll go as far as to say, even when that monthly payment is zero because their income is low. Listen, folks, have you ever heard a program like this before? Listen, more money is going to get forgiven under this program than the original one that Congress shut down. And listen, how bad would they look if they try to shut this one down too? How bad would they look if they tried to change the law? Listen, folks, this thing was done right. And both of these plans were offered at the same press conference. But this one flew under the radar, okay? Practically nobody noticed it, okay? I sure didn't notice it. All the one I noticed was, the instant forgiveness. Give me a tablet, give me a pill, give me something I can do, just one shot, all right? But this is going to take, you're going to have to apply, you're going to have to monitor, you're going to have to work with this thing, all right, to pay half if you are paying, or pay zero if you qualify, but keep track of it. After 10 or 20 years, you will be done. Done. All right. Let me see what else it says. All student borrowers in repayment will be eligible to enroll in the S.A.V.E plan. They will be able to enroll later this summer, which is now, before any monthly payments are due. Borrowers who sign up or already signed up for the current revised pay as you earn or the repay plan will be automatically enrolled in S.A.V.E once the new plan is implemented. To learn more about the new S.A.V.E plan, visit the Department of Education website. All right. And that is another fact sheet that I want to share with you. I'm going to put that in the chat as well. Let's get this new fact sheet here. Get that ready. All right. Copy that and put it in the chat as well. So you'll have this new fact sheet. There it is. All right. Now, let me bring this up. Let me bring this fact sheet up over here so that, because I've got this one kind of highlighted, and let us make it a little bigger. Okay, there we go. Here's some of the things that I highlighted on this fact sheet. All right. The S.A.V.E, let me see. The S.A.V.E plan will cut payments on undergraduate loans in half compared to other IDR plans. All right. And to ensure that borrowers never see their balances grow as long as they keep up with their payments. Under the saving on a value education or S.A.V.E plan, a single borrower who makes less than $15 an hour will not have to make any payments. Borrowers earning above that amount would save more than $1,000 a year on their payments compared to other IDR plans. Okay, so this fact sheet goes into more detail than the other fact sheet. So you want to get that. All right. And let me see what else. The S.A.V.E plan, which is available to student borrowers with a direct loan in good standing. All right. So there is a plan. If your loan is not in good standing, once you read this whole document, we may not be able to touch base on all of it, but once you read this document and get with the Department of Education, and when you apply, if your loan is not in good standing, there's a pathway provided to get you in good standing. Did you hear me? If your loan is not in good standing, there will be a pathway provided for you to get your loan in good standing so that you can take advantage of the S.A.V.E program. Folks, don't sit on this thing. Whether you're in good standing or not, there's something going to be there for you. Borrowers who are already on the repay plan will be automatically enrolled in the S.A.V.E plan. Here's the next highlight. Borrowers can sign up for the S.A.V.E repay plan by visiting. Here's the link. Oh my goodness. Let me get that link for you. All right, one more link. How to apply. I know y'all were waiting for that. All right. No, you were waiting for that. So I'm going to add that to the chat and copy that. I love this thing. All right, there it is. This is how you apply. Okay. Apply now. Okay. All right. Let me make a note here. Apply. Okay. There we go. There it is. That is the link to apply. All right. That is your link to apply. And it says it takes about 10 or 15 minutes to apply. All right. So what else do we have here? What else do we have? By law. I love this part. By law, the regulations will go fully into effect on July 1, 2024. But don't wait. Don't wait till then. Because listen, if you wait till next year, and because of the money you make, you could qualify for a payment. But even if it's not in your budget, if that payment is not in your budget, you have a year to get your budget in shape so you can start making that payment, and your payments won't and your missed payments won't count against you as far as being late or being reported to credit bureaus or agencies or none of that. Find out now, even if you can't make the payment, so that you can get on the on-ramp, so that you can get yourself together. You have a whole year to get yourself together. All right? Listen to this. By law, the regulations will go into effect on July 1st, 2024, but the department will implement 3 critical benefits this summer before the student loan payment pause ends. Number 1, the amount of income protected. It used to be like 150% of the federal poverty line. Now it's going to go up to 225%, protecting more of your income for our most vulnerable population. Okay? There are some folks out there, have you heard of that term, the working poor? Now, you got the working poor that they're barely scraping by, and nobody wants to make a decision between buying medicine or food or paying a student loan. If that is your situation, you won't have to do that anymore. Okay? You won't have to do that anymore. And you won't be penalized because you can't. All right? Now, go ahead and the reason why I don't have this part highlighted is that this you can read for yourself. I just want to hit the big points. All right. Now let me go back here and see, is there anybody in Clubhouse that wants to come to the stage and ask a question, or they have a comment or a story about their own student loans? I'm looking through it. I don't see any hands raised. Okay. I don't see anything. All right. So back to the story here. Back to the story. If you want to see this, go to YouTube, search for P.I.L.L method, and you'll be able to see what we have on the screen. What we have on the screen. Why am I so excited about this? And I don't even have student loans. Why am I excited about it? Because all the excitement that was generated the first time we did this, I did not know how important it was to people to have this information. People who had been disappointed because the first program got shot down. I'm excited because this program is better than the one that got shot down. Oh, even I can see it. And I'm not an expert. Watch this. The department will stop charging any monthly interest not covered by the borrower's payment on the S.A.V.E plan. As a result, borrowers who pay what they owe on this plan will no longer see their loans grow due to unpaid interest. We estimate that 70% of borrowers who were on the IDR plan before the payment pause would stand to benefit from this change. Up to 70%. Listen, folks, up to 70% that were on a income-based repayment program, their loans would grow every month. 70% of people on the old plan, their loans grew every month because of unpaid interest. How fair was that? Oh my gosh, you're making payments and you're not seeing your balance go down. It doesn't even stay the same. It actually grew. Oh man, that ends. This to me is huge. This to me is huge. All right. Married borrowers. Let's go over that. You may have some questions about that. Married borrowers who file their taxes separately will no longer be required to include their spouse's income in their payment calculations for S.A.V.E. How about that? Oh, whew, you know that's got to be a big one. If you file your taxes separately, you don't have to include spousal income into your calculation, which may take you over the mark where you would be able to get a zero, qualify for a zero payment. Now, here's the thing: if you're a married, if you have a family of four, all of the numbers that I talked to you about are actually up to. I will highlight this part. Okay, let me go back here. Let me see here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we go back to here, and then we highlight that as well. There it is. This change means a single borrower. Let's get this off the screen, Don. I can't see. Come on. What is going on here? Hold on. Something happened here, and I can't get this off the screen. All right, let me save it and bring it back. Hold on. We're going to save this and take it off and then bring it back. All right. Boom. Sorry about that, folks. We'll bring it back.
Don, I think if you were to hit the little paper or figure eight clip looking thing above it, that's like that was in that blue circle. I can't see it on YouTube now, but
okay.
It was right above that little box, that window that popped open. If you were to click on that, I think it would close out that window.
Oh man, listen. I thank
Oh,
you for
well, no, just hit close.
thank you. All right, so
There you go. Yep.
let me bring that up a little bit and close this out. All right, here it is. Here it is. Thank you for that, brother. Listen, any help you can give me, all right? Because I'm old. You got you young people, you know all this stuff about, computers and stuff. So any help you can provide for me, I will take.
Hey, with that setup you have, it seems like you're leaps and years ahead of me.
Let me tell you, Kirk Nugent, my guy in the background, our producer, he set all this up. I saw him online once. I saw him online. It says, because he does this all the time. He's got several shows. I said, Kurt, I think I want to get this information out to the people. Can you set up my studio like yours? He said, yeah. So I said, just send me a list of stuff I need to buy. He said he sent me a list. It was on. I ordered it from Amazon. It was in within 3 or 4 days. Kirk came by the office and helped set this whole thing up. So listen, if you need somebody to help you to do some stuff, Kurt is the guy. All right. So Yamil, please, it was not me. I'm just here pushing some buttons. Okay. I will not take credit for that. All right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This change means a single borrower who earns less than 32,805 a year, or a family of or 67,500 for a family of four will not have to make payments. This is a crucial part. If you have a family of four and you make $67,500 or less of adjusted income, okay, then you won't have a payment. How about that? How about that? Now read the rest to get more information on that. All right. So married borrowers who file taxes separately, you're going to get a break. You are going to get a break. What other notes do I have here? I got another note. Okay. Highlight borrowers whose original principal balances were 12,000 or less will receive forgiveness after 120 payments. That's 10 years of payments. With an additional 12 payments added for each additional $1,000 borrowed above that level, up to a maximum of 20 to 25 years. Okay, so get into that, dig into it. If there's something about this you don't quite understand, there are people at the Department of Education that will help you to understand all of this. Okay, let me see what else I've got highlighted here. I got something else highlighted. Borrowers in default will gain access to the existing income-based repayment IBR plan. Here's that part I was talking about before. All right. If you're in default, allowing them to access lower payments and accumulate progress towards forgiveness while they work to exit default. There's a plan for you here. If you're in default, okay? Let me see if I can break this down so even I can understand it. Allowing them to access lower payments and accumulate progress toward, even if you're in default, you can qualify for a lower payment that will help you to exit your default status. Okay. I don't know what that payment is going to be. I have no idea what it looks like. I just know, based on what I'm seeing here, that there will be a lower payment for you to help you to get out of that default status. How huge is that? Can I get an amen or some fire emojis even on that one? Come on, everybody. Just jump in here on this. So Renee Wilson Powell, thank you for your comment here. I'm checking out. So if you're graduating soon, should you still register now? Yes, you better. Yes, you better. All right. And a Facebook user gave me an amen. Thank you for that, Facebook user. All right. If you click on there's a link that you can click on that will allow me to see your name. All right. But if you don't find it, go ahead and put your name in there, Facebook user, so I can give you credit for your amen. All right. So What else is going on here? All right, let me see this. Let me go back and read the whole thing now. Allowing them to access lower payments and accumulate progress toward forgiveness while they work to exit default. Borrowers in default who provide income information. Now, see, you have to provide income information. You have to cooperate. You got to follow the rules. Income information that shows they would have had a zero payment at the time of default will automatically moved to good standing, allowing them to access the S.A.V.E plan. Whoo, mercy. You know, I got to read that part one more time. All right. This is what you were talking about, Yamil. This is it. This is it. This is huge. This is bigger than that other stuff. Watch this. Borrowers in default who provide income information that shows they would have had a zero payment at the time of default will be automatically moved to good standing, allowing them to access the S.A.V.E plan. Wow. Listen, I'm getting kind of emotional here when I saw that. And I don't even have student loans. Okay, but I know people who do. They come into my office all the time talking about their student loans, or they send in their savings earnings report with student loans on. And they're wondering how in the world can they navigate all of this? This is going to be huge. Let's see. Linda Taylor watching us on YouTube. Is there a change with this? Linda, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Let's go back. She's got me something before that. She says, I'm confused about the program relating to nurses. There was a program in place. If you worked for a nonprofit, you have forgiveness after 10 years. That has not changed. That has not gone away. Linda, that hasn't gone away. All right. This is an addition. This is an addition to people who are not in public service. All right. They're not in public service. So this is going to help them as well. So if you're a nurse, if you work in a nonprofit, if you're a teacher, there are certain classes of jobs that qualify for forgiveness after 120 payments. Linda, that has not gone away. What do you think about that? Linda said, listen, Don, next year I was going to be done. You see, I got to start all over again. No, I'm not saying that. Not saying that at all, Miss Linda. What I'm saying is that this is going to be in addition to what is happening before that. I hope that's helpful. Okay. I hope that's helpful. Now that's in some additional information on the stuff that I'm providing here. So I'm not going over the whole document, but you guys, you got to get in there and start reading for yourselves. Okay. Do I have anything else highlighted here? I think that was my last highlight. All right. But I do want to click on what it looks, the page to bring that up. Here is the income driven repayment IDR plan request. Here is the S.A.V.E portion. Okay, here's the S.A.V.E portion. Read all of the instructions. Read all the instructions because some people may want to stay on the plan they're on for whatever reason. So read all of the instructions on your current plan, see what this new plan says, and then see what is going to work for you. Now, I did read that if you are on the repay program that ends with an E, repay E program, that's automatically going to become the S.A.V.E program. And so in your documentation that you're getting from the government now, they may use those terms interchangeably. Okay, the S.A.V.E program or the repay E program. Either way, it's going to be the same program before too long. All righty. And let me see here. Log in to start. You apply for the income-driven repayment plan. Apply here. This is what it looks like if you want to apply. Do I have any questions about what we've just gone over today? Do I have any questions about it? All right. So, Yolanda, what are you doing down there? I thought you were a member of the mortgage syndicate. You better join it. You should not be way down there in the audience. Okay. Yolanda's from Michigan. I'm from Michigan. She should be on the stage. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. Listen, folks, if you have we're going to take a quick break. We're going to go ahead and reset this room. And I need to get a drink of water too. So you're in the mortgage syndicate. All right. You're in the mortgage syndicate. And my name is Don Daniel, and I'm the founder of P.I.L.L Method International. The P.I.L.L Method has its own room. P.I.L.L Method has its own room. And we join forces with Mortgage Syndicate on Sundays. So go ahead and click on my avatar and scroll all the way down and join the P.I.L.L Method room, where we talk about how you could save money on interest and how you can pay off all of your debt in 7 to 9 years. If you have now, some of you will qualify for a higher payment based on the job that you have. And it may be cheaper for you if we cut your interest cost on those student loans by 75% and get out of debt that way. Okay? All right. Some of you may need to follow the P.I.L.L Method way and saving on the interest so you can get out of debt in 5 to 7 years. Now, even though the Biden program says if you have under $12,000 or less, you can be out of debt in 10 years. If you have more than that, you could be out of debt, out of student loan debt in 20 years. Take a look at your payment and add it up for 20 years. If you work with us, that means you're going to pay back the entire loan, but with a lot less interest. So we're going to tell you what that amount would be. But if your payment for the next 20 years is a lot less than what you owe, then take the forgiveness route. Don't put your student loans in the P.I.L.L Method program, because we help you to pay back the entire loan with a lot less interest. Okay? So keep that in mind. So here's the thing that you want to keep in mind, folks. Get a savings and earnings report, because some of you will qualify for a higher payment. Okay? You will qualify for a payment that and in 20 years, you would pay off your loan anyway. Okay? If you qualify for that higher payment, that means you have to pay off your loan. Then contact us and we will help you to pay that thing off in 5 to 7 years with a lot less interest. All right? So get a savings and earnings report. Go to ice10k.com, ice10k.com. Click on the link that says get a savings and earnings report. And you can put your mortgage in, your credit cards, your student loans, everything in there. All right. If you don't qualify for the forgiveness part, then put everything in there. And then we will determine for you the month, day, and year you will be debt free on all of it. That's your mortgage, the student loans, credit cards, everything, car loans. And if that's the case, do you know most of our clients are out of debt in an average of 7 to 9 years on everything? On everything. 7 to 9 years. Some are a little more, some are a little less. It all depends on your particular financial situation, because it is not a one size fits all. We're going to give you a plan that works only for you. All right. So now here's the next thing you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. When you're applying, when you're getting your savings and earnings report and putting in your cell phone number so we can confirm that you're not a bot trying to get into our system. Don't put any spaces in there. No spaces, no dots, no dashes. Make sure your phone number is one number placed right up against the +1 that we provide you. We're going to provide you with the +1. Put your number right up against it. No spaces. The program won't work if there's spaces. Okay. So once you do that, click confirm and we'll send you a text message. When you get that text message, there will be a code in the text message. Take the code, put it back into the website, and then we'll confirm that you are not a robot. Then click that last button at the bottom, the gray button that says, yes, I want to save. That will let you into the financial form. Fill it out, and someone from my staff will give you a call to confirm your information. And if you choose, you can set up a consultation with me and we'll go from there. All right. But if all you want is to get your savings report, we'll send it out for free. We'll send it out for free. All right. So what else is going on here? Oh, folks, something big is getting ready to happen. Something big is getting ready to happen. All right. For everybody that's in here, if you heard a lot of good information today, you want to become an affiliate. All right. And let me get that affiliate link up here. Where did I put it? All right. The affiliate link. Okay. I got to get that. All right. So that you can, we sent out an email that we're doing a training on Tuesday. We're doing a training on Tuesday for all affiliates. And I'm going to put that link in, let's see here. I put it here in my notes. There it is. Affiliate Masterclass. Affiliate Masterclass. All right, copy and paste. In that same card, ice10k.com, I'm putting this in the chat. You can become an affiliate. It's for free. It's free. All right. All right. But that's the information on the masterclass. You can't get into the masterclass unless you're already an affiliate. Okay. And we are holding that on Tuesday evening at 7, I believe it's 7:30. What is it? 7 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, that you'll be able to get in on that. And the fee is only $24.95. $24.95 for affiliate training. And you can make anywhere from $300 to $3,000 a month. Anywhere from $300 to $3,000 a month to become by sharing information with us so that we can help more clients save more money. All right. So if you want to become part of that, there it is. Become an affiliate. All right. So let me get out of here, back to here where I was before. All right. Become an affiliate for free and then join the class. All right. Join the class. And it's the first master class on affiliate training. And the reason why we're holding a master class on this, because this type of program is different from any other program out there ever. There's a lot going on psychologically when it comes to people's money. They only know three ways. To handle their debt. Okay. They know refinancing. We know biweekly payments. Okay. And we know rounding up our payments. Anything other than that scares people, even if they wanted to know more. And the other thing we know is this: only people who are looking for a better way can hear you. If they're not looking for a better way, don't bother. We're going to show you how to attract the right people to send to us. And there's no selling on your part. We're just going to teach you how to identify the right people, which ones are right, send them to the YouTube channel, follow up with them, and then send them over to us. We're going to give you all the steps involved. Okay. And I'll give you a little hint. We're going to give you the steps that work. Any steps outside of those steps that I give you that work will impede your progress. It will slow you down. So let me give you 18 years of experience on how to send us a referral. And if you do that, you will do well. That's what this class is all about. So come on in, and there are going to be some people there that have done well on the class already. And last thing, get my book. All right. If you go to that same link, ice10k.com, there's a link to my book there. So go ahead and get the book as well. We're going to put that book on the screen for you guys. And it is out of 33 million titles on Amazon, it's the only one that goes over how to understand amortization, how to beat the bank at their own game, how not to pay all of that interest, how things are set up so that the banks win and we lose no matter what the interest rate is. So we're going to be talking more about that as well. So let's get back to where we were on the student loans. So folks, are you going to apply today? Can I get some people who are going to apply? If you have student loans, you plan to apply, or at least give this information to somebody else, put a number 9 in the chat. Put a number 9 in the chat if you plan to do something about those student loans. Alyssa says, yes, you put several 9s in there. Okay, Bria. Okay, Bria says number 9. If you're watching us online, do the same. Put a number 9 in there. Let me see those number 9s so that I can know you're actually going to do something with this information. All right. Yolanda says, fill out your bio. It's great for making connections. Oh yeah, go everybody in here. Yolanda says, fill out your bio if you're in Clubhouse. It makes for connections because she's reading bios. All right. Let me see. Go ahead.
What number can we use if we've already shared it?
Shared what?
It's my early morning dry sense of humor. I was over there already blowing this up on multiple social media. So nine don't work for me. I need like 10, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Go put 10 in. Put 10 in. Yolanda, you are so funny. She said, oh, there it is, number 10. She said 9 doesn't work for her. Johnson Arlu, who's watching us on from YouTube this morning, he puts a number 9 in the chat. And Johnson is a church member. All right. I saw Johnson yesterday at church. So ladies and gentlemen, this information on student loans is huge. I only hit the highlights this morning. And because I want you to be able to understand what's really going on here. So do I have any questions on what we went over so far? Because I want to show you something about student loans, about how they actually work and what was being done to people so that
I do have a question.
Go right ahead, please.
Lots of them, but the one that really stood out is you and I and many of us, we roll around in these real estate streets. And let's say you're a licensed realtor or you do really good at your wholesaling and you've and I guess this gets back to the business entity side. So it's a little different. But at some point, Mr. Taxman's coming to see what you've earned, whether you're a pass through, we've had many conversations on the corporation structures and all that good stuff. At the end of the tax year, you've determined you've made X amount of dollars. So your income, because it's income driven. So is that why the payment goes up? I want to make sure I'm clear because is it because we're earning more and now we'll get to pay more?
There is a formula that based on your income, it's an income driven repayment program. The answer is in the title. It's income driven. As your income goes up, your payment will go up. But let me tell you, even though your payment may go up, it will probably be 50% less than what it was before this program. How's that, Yolanda?
That's deep.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what
Because I don't want to be afraid of cashing my large checks.
don't even worry about it. Listen, folks. So whatever your payment was, it'll be about 50% of what it was if you are making a payment, right? So don't let that bother you. Don't let that bother you at all. All right. And besides, if you go ahead and apply, now, you have a whole year to arrange your finances. Come on, let me talk to your accountant. That you may find a strategy that benefits your income, that benefits your bottom line, that benefits your taxes, and benefits you in a way that you will pay less in paying your student loans back. Listen, folks, I don't mind using the rules. The rules are the rules. And if you use the rules to benefit you, I don't care. Use the rules. And if we can make our income look like this way instead of that way under the rule structure, do you know some people who make millions and even billions of dollars a year and they pay virtually no taxes? Why? Because they know the rules. They know the rules. So talk to your tax person. There's somebody that's going to become an expert on this. Somebody's going to do a YouTube video on how you can use the tax structure so that you can qualify for a zero payment, but it won't mess you up in other places. Okay. So very careful. Be very careful when you are writing off a bunch of stuff. Okay. Yolanda, you've seen it. People who are in business and they write off a bunch of stuff and they want you to find them a house. What usually happens if they write off too much, Yolanda? Okay, I need you now. Can you, is there something you can say? Because you're muted.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for. I thought you were making a real pause for like effect.
No. Listen,
yeah.
what happens if they
I was
write
in
off
the
too
room
much?
earlier. Yeah, where we're talking about expensing things, travel and lodging, and how it really has to be in the right category. I do have the red bar, but I'm hopeful that you can still hear me, because the best part is I have my appointment with my CPA this coming Wednesday, where I hadn't even thought about the student loan side of it. So, all right.
There you go. Here's my point.
Here, I got her. Let me help her. You won't qualify. That's what he was looking for. I got you.
Okay.
It's teamwork.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you. If you write off too much, you will not have enough income to qualify. It says, okay, well, I made this much money. Yes, but on your taxes, it looks like not enough. Okay. So be careful. Be careful of all of that. Make sure you put yourself in a position to get all the benefits you can, and you don't want to leave anything on the table. You don't want to leave the ability to be able to purchase your house or other real estate investment properties because you wrote off so much. It looks like you're not making any income. So listen, that's not a good thing. I've seen it happen to people. All right. There you go. All right. So folks, do I have any other questions about the student loan forgiveness program? You should have your link to apply. You should know how to get to the White House paper. You should know how to get to the Department of Education, get more information on this. And there will be, I'm sure there will be phone numbers there for you to ask some additional questions. Do I have any other questions about that before I move on to tell you about what was going on before that caused these student loans to balloon and get so out of control?
Hey, Don, I just want to chime in real quick. It's not a question, just an add-on. You guys were just talking about reducing your taxes and you're reducing your income or writing off a lot of things. Just want everyone to know that there are options at the bank in terms of if you're self-employed and you're writing off a lot of things, there are mortgage options in the bank. You just need a few documents to present them. And from what I've heard, it's relatively easy. I don't remember the name of the loans off the top of my head, but if you want to reach out to your banks and ask about them, just know that there are options out there. I don't want anyone to kind of walk away from this room thinking that there aren't any options, because there are options. I just wanted to clarify that.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Listen, folks, there's always options. There's always options. So whenever you're pursuing a particular option, you also want to know, what are the ramifications of this option if I want to do something in the future? So as you're exploring options with your financial professional, ask those questions. How will this affect me long term? What are the pros and the cons to this particular strategy, so that you're not leaving yourself out? And just like Yamil said, there's always a way to get something done. All right. And when you're searching for those things, don't get discouraged if the first person you talk to says you can't do it. Keep going. You know, the fact that we don't know stuff, we will go to an individual who tells us no, and we'll believe it. And then we find out later that the information was not correct. So listen, if you search for a way, you'll find it. If you'll search for a way, you will find it. All right. So now I have you definitely want to see this on the screen. I'm going to go over how amortization actually works. Okay. I'm going to go over how amortization actually works. And if you want to see how these student loans work and how they put us in a hole, and how they didn't have to if you knew what they were, if you knew the game plan, I'm going to give you some insights right now into amortization, and it works across the board for student loans, credit cards, mortgages, all of it. If it charges interest, the formula that they use is this formula. And I'm putting together a new show for Wednesday where we show the formula, how the bank is stealing your money. Not with a gun, but with a pen, because we don't understand how it works. I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty of how it works on Wednesday. You don't want to miss Wednesday's show on the P.I.L.L method, where we highlight the formula that's being used and what the bank is doing with that formula. But because of the formula itself, written into the code, there is benefits for all of us, but nobody's teaching it. We will teach it on Wednesday, how you can read the code to benefit you. Oh my goodness. You want to sign up for that show on Wednesday. Here it is, folks. I got $9,500, $9,500 on my student loan. Let's go ahead and make that big. $9,500 as a student loan at 6% interest. This student had an income-based repayment program of $50. We want to make the screen, the insert bigger. How do I do that? There we go. There it is. All right. So $9,500. All right. At 6%. And the payment was $50 a month. And because of that, here's what repayment programs will do. Okay. We're going to calculate that. And come on, calculate. What is going on here? Oh, it's trying to load. I'm just clicking my little heart to my heart's content here. Okay, there it is. Okay, so here's our first interest payment is $47.50 on this loan. 47 out of $50. Our first interest payment is $47.50. Look at here. 6%. If I do it the my bank's way or the the student loan company's way, 600 payments. That's 50 years, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants to take 50 years to pay off a student loan? Now, the government has taken back over the student loan program. I did find that out. Okay. Listen, it was the wild, wild west. All right. A few years ago. All right. With these student loan things. This is why I gave you links that told you the story of student loans. You want to hear that whole thing. Okay. But now the government has taken it back over, but still the amortization is still there. Let's break this down. Okay. In the very first payment, $47.50 went to interest. Only $2.50 went to principal. You're paying back your loan. And the principal payment, the part that pays down the loan, is in the principal column. Look at these tiny payments. $2.50, $2.51, $2.53. But look at this interest. How fair is that? When you have a person that's coming right out of school, you give them a payment where so little of their money goes to principal, but a huge amount of their payment goes to interest. How fair is that? Okay, how fair is that? If you believe that is unfair, put a 7 in the chat. Put a 7 in the chat if you feel that this kind of thing is unfair. Okay, tell me. If you feel it's unfair, put a 7 in the chat. I'm looking, I'm waiting. Okay, authentically myself says 7. All right, that's unfair. All right, Steve Mack says it's unfair. All right, it's not fair. But see, the thing is, folks, we don't understand how it works. Oh, Saturday Jackson says, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sevens. Okay. All right. Christopher Isles, who's watching us on YouTube, says 7. All right, folks. Here is where we're going to, when I break this down further on Wednesday, we're not going to get into the nitty-gritty today. But on Wednesday, I'm going to break this thing down piece by piece. The reason why I need to break it down piece by piece is because of what you're seeing on the screen right now. If you're not seeing it and you want to see it, go to YouTube on a secondary device, search for P.I.L.L method, and click on the live. Once you click on that live, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. This is 3 out of 33. All right. It says Melanzi. I believe that's how it's pronounced. But thank you so much. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this. Because of what's going on here, because we have not been taught how a loan works, I actually found some videos that you can be able to watch that will explain the formula itself on what is being used to take money out of not only your pocket, but your children's pockets and your grandchildren's pockets, even now. Your unborn grandchildren are being affected by how much interest you're paying right now, and you don't have to. I'm going to show you the formula. I'm also going to tell you that most people who are using the formula have no idea how it works, but written into the code is something that's going to benefit you. All right, watch this. So now I paid $2.50 going to, let's say I'm making my first payment in January, and $2.50 went to principal, $47.50 went to interest. My next principal payment next month is $2.51. Ladies and gentlemen, here's my question. Do I have to wait till next month to give my bank this $2.51 on line 2? Yes or no? Do I have to wait till next month to give the bank an additional $2.51? Can I give them $50 in this month and then give them an additional $2.51? Can I do that? Is that allowable? Is that allowed? Can I do that? Yes or no? Steve Mack says yes. All right. Authentically says yes, 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 yes. All right. So if you do that, if you pay Here is the weakness in the system. And I'm going to break it down for you even more on Wednesday so that you can really understand what's going on. There's $2.51. If I prepay that, I now owe $9,494.99 because in the first month, they subtracted the $250. In the first month, they had to subtract an additional $2.51, but it's against the rules to charge me interest in the same month. I've already paid interest for this month because that is how the formula is made up. But if I pay this $2.51, my next student loan payment is based on the principal balance on line 2. Okay, not line 1. If I base it on principal balance of line 2, then my next payment for the student loan is actually on line 3. 253 goes to principal, and 4747 goes to interest. I'm compressing. Here's some things that we're going to be looking at on Wednesday. We're compressing the amortization schedule. We're reducing it, and we're compressing interest costs. We're looking at that. We're going to be looking at that as well. Saturday Jackson says, I tried to pay ahead at one point, and they sent me a letter saying they refinanced my loan. I didn't request the refinance. So Saturday, there's a lot going on there that we don't understand about the process. And I'm telling you, sometimes the person that sent you the letter who clicked the button probably misunderstood what was really going on. I'm not saying that they don't have a process that includes this Saturday. But what I am saying is that the person who got your information could have misinterpreted it. So this is why you need an advocate that understands how these loans are put together, that understands how they can be paid back at a much lower cost. Have somebody on your side so that when questions like this come up, you can have the ammunition to get what you want because now you understand it. Because not only do we provide technology for our clients, we provide much needed education on how this thing works, this amortization schedule, how it works. And so when you go back to them, you can say, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this, this, and this. And you need to do this for me because it's in my contract. Here is where it states it in my contract. Listen, folks, there's so much information you can have about this thing. We want to make sure that you get it. And don't let the first person who answers the phone who doesn't understand how amortization actually works in the first place because their employer did not teach them. Their employer did not teach the employees how loan amortization actually works and how it affects the customers or the clients. The reason why they don't know is because if they did know, they may share that information with you. And they don't want that. So they're not teaching their employees. So here's a good rule of thumb. Never accept no from someone who is not authorized to tell you yes. If somebody's telling you no, says, listen, if it were to, if I could do this, are you authorized to tell me yes? And they'll tell you, no, I'm not authorized to tell you yes. Then get me to your supervisor. Stop talking to people who are not authorized to tell you yes. They're only authorized to tell you no and get you to hang up. Okay? Let's get back to this thing. Now, if I prepaid $2.51, if I find $2.51 in my couch cushion and put it on this loan, I knock off one payment off this loan and I save $47.49. How about that? How about that? I'm going to get into the reasons why that works on Wednesday. And when we come back from 7, we're on at 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern. If you can't be here, at that time, if you're going to be working, you want to catch the replay. You definitely want to catch the replay on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. All right. You want to be able to see these numbers. And when we break it down as to why this works this way for you, because it was set up to work a different way. It was set up to make a lot of money. But because it was set up to make a lot of money, the code is already there. The code is already there to save you a lot of money as well. But we haven't been taught that. We're going to teach it to you on Wednesday. So watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see the principal payments here? For 12 months worth of principal payments, $2.50 ending at $2.64 on line 12. You add up all the principal payments, that's $30.84. $30.84. Here is my next question on this. Do I have to pay the $30.84 in 12 monthly installments? Or can I give it to them all at once on line 1? Can I give them the $30.84, all the monthly payments, all the 12 principal payments that add up to $30.84? Could I give that to them all at once on line 1? Yes or no? Let me see it in the chat. Yes or no? Put a Y or an N if you don't want to type it all out. A Y or an N for yes or no. Can I give them the $30.84 in 1 month as opposed to over 12 months? Oh my goodness, look at the yeses coming in. Look at the yeses coming in. Okay. If I do that, what would happen? Well, let me put the calculator on the screen. I start out at $9,500. Folks, this is just $9,500. What if it was $95,000 or $195,000 or $295,000? This kind of thing can kill you. I mean, this interest is a monster if you don't know how to tame it. I'm going to show you how to tame that monster on Wednesday. $9,500 here. Watch this. Watch this. We're going to subtract $30.84 at one time. Subtract $30.84 all at once equals $9,469.16. Folks, that's right there. That is the same number that's on line 12. So here's what you just found out. I could give it to them. I could make my payment of $50 every month for 12 months and pay them $30.84. But how much interest will I give them if I do that? All the interest I pay comes to $569.16. I pay my loan down by $30, but the bank gets nearly 570 of my dollars. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. All right. Let me see if there are any questions in the chat. No questions in the chat. How about in the audience? Anybody want to come up to the stage and talk about this? All right. If not, we'll keep going. I love it when people chime in, though. I just love it. Here's the thing. If I give them the $30.84, I'm paid down to here in the very first month of when I'm paying this student loan. My next payment, the next month, is on line 13. What happened to 11 of these payments? Did I just compress their amortization schedule? Did I just knock off 11 payments that you never have to make? How about 11 of these interest payments? Did we just bypass all of those because we gave them the $30.84? So, folks, I could do it the bank's way and give them $30.84, and I will pay them $569.16 in interest for the privilege. Or I could do it the way I just told you about and get the same pay down on the loan for only $47.50 worth of interest. Which way looks better to you? $47.50 in interest or $569 in interest to do the exact same thing to get the exact same pay down on your loan. There's a weakness in this system, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to go over that. But what would happen if I took a look at what would I pay over 2 years? This gets more exciting the more I look at this thing. Over 2 years, I pay this loan down by $63.57, and it cost me $1,136 in interest. Or what could I do? What could I do instead of giving them $63 over a 24-month period? What could I do, ladies and gentlemen? I need you to tell me now. Somebody, come up to the stage and tell me. Do I want to pay them $63.57 over 24 months? Or is there something else I can do with my money? All right, anybody? Oh man, nobody wants to talk to me this morning.
You go ahead and pay that $63.57 ahead of time and save yourself that $11.36.
Yamil, is that really true?
Hey, I was on the call the other day with you and you explained it. I looked it up on my own, my amortization for various different loans, and yeah, I can I can assure you it is true.
See, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Is that right, man?
Yes, sir.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. I can show you the pictures here, okay? But we're going to get into the nitty gritty. Now, do I need to understand the nitty gritty of that? Do I need to understand how the numbers work? Do I need to understand the math of that formula to do this? No, you don't. But there's parts of that formula, how it is constructed. You need to know how the loan is constructed to be able to deconstruct it. If you want to take something apart, you got to know how it was put together. Okay? So once you know how it's put together, then it makes sense to take it apart piece by piece, because by not knowing, it'll cost you $1,136 to pay this off, pay down your loan by $63.57. In other words, if I pay the $63.57 up front, I knock 2 years off this loan. 2 years are knocked off this loan by coming up with an extra $63.57 and applying it to my first payment of $50. Come on, people, watch this. 3 years in is $98. 4 years in is $135. Look at this interest. 5 years in. Yamil, how hard would it be if I really worked at it? If I really worked at it, I could pay my $50. If I really worked at it, could I come up with an extra $174 to add to my $50 payment? If I really worked at it and knock 5 years?
Possible.
Come on, man, talk to me.
Anything's possible. I think where there's a will, there's a way. And you know, when it comes to money and numbers like this, hustle goes along.
And if I know what my results are going to be from my hustle, it makes it a lot easier. Because I guarantee you there are a lot of people in here today that did not know what happens with their student loans or any other loan. But with $174, I can knock 5 years off this loan. People did not know that. Okay. And look at the amount of interest that we're talking about. Okay. Only interest I'll pay if I give them the $50 and $174.42 on top of that. Oh, I'll only pay $47.50 worth of interest, not $2,825.58 worth of interest. That's a huge difference. If you want to know more about how that works, we're going to break it down for you on Wednesday. Okay. That's going to be after our training, though. I hope everybody signs up. Go to ice10k.com and sign up to become an affiliate and then join the affiliate training. I hope you do that. But anyway, any questions about this? Listen, this thing is huge. This thing is huge. Listen, I'm going to do one more. Can I do one more? Can I do one more? Let's just say I got a tax refund of $1,000 and I wanted to put it on this loan. What would happen if I took $1,000 and put it on this loan? Because if I do it the bank's way, it's going to take me over 50 years to pay it off. 50 years to pay it off. And you know how much interest they want? From a student coming out of school, coming out of college with an income-based repayment program, the way it used to be, they want $20,550 in interest on a $9,500 loan. Total paid back, $30,050. How fair is that? The total interest paid as a percentage of principal, 216%. Folks, it is not a 6% loan. It's a 216% loan if we are not careful. 216%. That's how much you're going to pay back if you're not careful. But what if I had that $1,000? Let me show you here. I got a couple things yet to show you. If I put $1,000, take my tax refund and put it on this. Look here, $1,000. I knock off 221 payments. Okay, 221 payments. Oh, let me see here. Bring up my calculator. 221 divided by 12. That's 18 years. Almost 18 and a half years. I take $1,000. I apply it to principal. I can knock 18 years off this loan. Do you see now, ladies and gentlemen, how get some idea about if you have a repayment, if you get into this repayment thing, okay, and you have a payment where you have to pay off your student loan, okay? Somebody's going to pay zero, but somebody's going to pay off their student loan. If you're in a situation where you have to pay off your student loan, let us show you how you can pay off your student loan in 5 to 7 years by reducing the amount of interest that you pay. $1,000 here saves over $10,000 in interest on this loan. $1,000 saves $10,000 in interest on this loan. Can I show you something else? Can I show you a different way to look at this? Okay, I got $10,000 benefit of I didn't have to pay interest. $10,000. Okay, divided by $1,000. That's what I prepaid from my taxes. That's 1,000% return on my money because you got to move the decimal place 2 places to the right. 1,000%. If I could take $1,000 and get $10,000 worth of savings, I invest 1,000, I save 10,000. ROI, return on investment, 1,000%. Where else are you going to do that? Where else are you going to do that? That's why I'm going to break down on Wednesday. We're going to take a look at the loan. We're going to look at the formula. And we're going to see what that formula does to the loan. And when we deconstruct it, when we take it apart, you'll be able to see what's going on behind the scenes. And you'll see why we're able to help our clients even not just save some interest. We can optimize the interest savings per dollar when we pay the right amount in the right month on the right day of the month. You could do a lot better. All right. Any questions about what we have so far? Because we're getting ready to get out of here. I just wanted to see get this information to you about the student loans. I hope it's been helpful. Catch the replay if you came in at the end on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or on Clubhouse. Okay. But listen, you can only listen to it on Clubhouse, but you want to see it. I love this medium where we could do live video so people could actually see what you're talking about. Folks, there are too many people on this on that are teaching but not showing you the numbers. Having to do with your money but not showing you the numbers. So, here's what we want to do. I want to be able to help you. Let me go ahead and put the affiliate class at the top of the page. Hold on for a second. We're going to change the link. And all right, we're going to change this and put the affiliate class at the top of the page. Copy and paste. And we're updating the link now. There it is. Update link. All right, there you go. All right, so that is the class. The P.I.L.L Method exclusive affiliate training. This is our master class. So become an affiliate. There is also there is a link. There is a link there also to become an affiliate. So become an affiliate and then sign up for the class. Okay, become an affiliate and sign up, and then sign up for the class on Tuesday. And we're going to show you how you can easily share the information that I'm sharing. Listen, we got over 250 shows. It's a lot of work to get this information out, a lot of study that's gone into this, but how can you easily share it? Listen, I've already done the work. Share the YouTube channel with people who are already interested in saving more money. Can we put the book on the screen? Hurt. Can we put the book on the screen? The reason why I want to put the book on the screen because the subtitle is A Better Way to Eliminate Debt. Do you want to know how I came up with that subtitle? I'll tell you. Everybody we've ever worked with over the last 18 years has said something like this. Every single one. I was already looking for a better way. Every single one. I didn't catch on till much later. I didn't catch it on. I didn't get it at first because we didn't have a book to begin with. We didn't have a book till years into this process. This book has only been out 2 or 3 years, right? I started this back in 2006. Okay. The book has only been out for 2 or 3 years. The reason why it's important that I had to find out the hard way, a better way to eliminate debt, is because I was trying to help everyone who had debt. But not everyone wanted to hear what I had to say. Only those who were already looking for a better way could hear what I had to say. I had to learn, Don, only talk to the people who are already looking for you. We're going to get into a lot of that on Tuesday night. You don't want to miss that. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, so if you are already an affiliate, if you are already affiliate with the P.I.L.L Method, all right, put a number 5 in the chat. Put a number 5 in the chat if you are already an affiliate with the P.I.L.L Method. Go ahead. Put a number 5 in the chat if you're already affiliate. And if you want to be an affiliate, if you're going to fill out the affiliate information, all right, at ice10k.com, put a number 1. Put a number 1 if you're going to fill it out. Put a number 5 if you filled it out already. Right now, go ahead and put a 5 if you're already. All right. Okay. Nikki Love says, just came in. Please explain. An affiliate with the P.I.L.L Method, all right, is a person who it takes about 5 seconds, about 15 seconds to fill out. An affiliate with us, our affiliate program is the most lucrative affiliate program on the planet, we believe. You can make anywhere from $300 to $3,000 a month just sharing this information with people. You take them to the YouTube channel. You find somebody who's interested in paying off their debt in a better way. Send them to the YouTube channel. Let them watch some videos for 2 days. Follow up with them. When you follow up with them, then you can fill out a card that says on my ice10k.com. Go to ice10k.com, Nikki, on another device or even on this device, ice10k.com. You will see my digital card. And on there, you will see how you can sign up to become an affiliate. It takes about 15 seconds. You'll also see another button that says refer a friend. After 2 days, when people are watching these videos and they want to know more information, because you're going to follow up with them, they want to know more information, fill out that portion that says refer a friend. My staff will get it. We'll call that person. You don't have to sell anything. But when they become a client, if they have $100,000 in debt or more, when they become a client, we'll send you $300. You send us a second one in the third month, in that same month, a second client in the same month, we'll pay you $400 for that second one. That's a total of $700 already. If you send us a third one in that same month, so we got $300, $400. Ooh, we're going to send you $500 if you send us a third one. You send us a fourth one in the same month, man, $300, $400, $500, $600 for that one. If you send us a fifth one in the same month, we're going to double the $600 and make it $1,200 as a bonus. That's a total of $3,000 in 1 month. And we're going to give you some strategies on how you can create that type of income, just sharing the YouTube channel and not selling anything. Let us do all the work. All right. So somebody put number 1 in the chat. Okay. If you are already an affiliate with us, go to ice10k.com, become an affiliate. If you're already an affiliate, put a number 5. If you would like to become an affiliate, put a number 1. And then, because it costs you nothing to become an affiliate, 0. Oh, I got people signing up already. So people are coming in, they've signed up, they've become an affiliate, and they're signing up for the program already. I can't wait to talk to you on Tuesday. I can't wait to get back in here on Thursday. I'm sorry, on Wednesday, to give you the insights into this thing. All right. All right. So it's time for us to go, folks. It's time for us to go. And I want to thank you for being here today. All right. So I want you to hear from, we're going to hear from a friend of mine, Dr. Eric Thomas, and what he has to say about the pill method. And we'll see you again on Tuesday night for the affiliate training, and on Wednesday to find out more about this amortization formula so we can deconstruct it. See you guys then. Bye-bye now.
Listen to me, y'all. But one of his mentees took us through one of their programs, and I paid off my mortgage. But guess what happened? My marriage went to a whole nother level. And you know why? Because my wife is a security freak. And even when I blew up, my wife would be like, oh, you blew up, but how long is you gonna keep making this kind of money? I was like, I don't know, forever. She's like, you sure? Because I'm gonna keep my license as a nurse just in case you don't. So when I paid the house off, my boy was like, you ain't gotta do that, you can do this. But when I paid the house off using that program, it took the stress level all the way down for my wife because we no longer had a mortgage. Does that make sense? That thing that was coming every month, that was getting on her nerves, we didn't have that no more. And so she was at rest.